Look at Jordan from Jax is coming in. He's going to be on the show. He's going to be a walk-on. He's got a serious beard, like you think he brewed beer, not freaking cider.
Curtis.
This is Curtis.
Jordan,
He's
nice to
my
meet you.
co-host.
Jack's Hard Cider.
This is Chris.
Firestone
This is
Walker.
Chris.
How are you? What's happening?
What do you want to
man?
try on the show?
This could sneak up on you if you're not careful.
It's like
tastes
6'7"
delicious.
too. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I mean, this is awesome. Like you said, bread and butter pickles right off the bat.
You're so unfocused.
I'm totally focused.
These are the best days of my life.
Laser focus.
Just raise your glasses high. This one's for you tonight.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Shelfies. I'm the fussiest craft beer fan in the world, Turd Ferg, and this is...
I'm the most laser-focused beer buyer, the beer guy.
He is the most focused beer buyer in Maryland, at least. A lot of awesome beers today. We're going to start first with a beer from Virginia. It's a Line Life beer. It's a beer that I waited in line for. Well, actually I didn't. There was beers.
Trade beer? You got a trade?
I showed up like an hour after the release started, and I was able to get full
that 'cause
allotment. So it's called Grove Stand. It is a 6.5% IPA brewed with oranges. It's got Citra and Mosaic hops, and also some lactose. So it's like an orange dreamsicle, creamsicle. What do you think of this? Grab a cup real quick.
I loved it. I thought it was pretty bang.
Damn,
It's really good. It's
This
really
is spot
solid
on.
mouthfeel. Yeah.
this is it's got great, fantastic orange flavor. And
Shout out to
all
Phil
right,
Gentile
all right, hold
for the
on. Let's not
cups.
talk while you're doing the.
We haven't done this in a while. We're like so on and off with this show. It's like people miss us.
I like that it's 6.5% ABV because they usually do a lot of big ABV. This one is like low enough that you could have two.
That's the thing about beer now, like especially IPAs, they're like pretty sessionable and they're big ass ABVs. Like this 6.5, this is a crusher. It's 6.5,
Yeah.
nice and soft. You get that nice orange at the end of it. Definite creamsicle action happening.
Yeah, so
It's delicious.
it reminds me of the collab they did with Graf Cider. And it was that strawberry creamsicle almost. It was like raspberries and strawberries. So it's very similar. This is a lot more visually appealing than that one because that one kind of had that
It had that
a
weird
brown
tinge to it, yeah.
Up next is the opposite of a Shelfie, but it could be a Shelfie. It's a term that I think is going to be around in the industry for a while. It's called whale. This beer is a whale.
Whales with a Z?
Yeah, I traded a 4-pack of Tired Hands for just this bottle a year ago.
Saw you coming.
About a year and a half ago. Yeah. So this is July 2017, or sorry, July 2016, and it's from Phantom Carriage in California, and this is their Blackberry Broadacres series Wild Berliner Weiss.
What?
And it's blackberry.
What?
It's got blackberries, and I think there's some funk in this. I can't really tell what's in it. Well, the fruit doesn't really come through as much as it might have a year ago.
Well,
but
let's try it. 'cause
But I
we
think
don't
this goes to show like that a Shelfie that even has fruit in it can last longer than a year. And this definitely lasted longer than a year, and it's drinking really, really good. It is crazy sour though.
know. Yeah, it's got some serious funk going on. This beer is really good. I don't get a lot of the blackberry anymore. I think that's probably faded a little
Yeah.
bit, but
The fruit's definitely faded, but whatever funkiness that they have in this,
that yeast, this beer is really good. And
this is awesome.
cheers to the random dude on Instagram then.
Ha! Beer trade life.
There it is. All right, what's next?
Next up is a beer from Rob, and this is actually a cucumber goza, and this is going to be a Shelfie.
This is going to be a Shelfie. We'll have it in Wednesday. And this is from a brewery up in Canada,
Look, it looks like pickle juice.
Nickel Brook. This is a cucumber lime goza. So this will be here.
This is awesome.
This beer is,
Wow.
yeah.
For like, this is going to be a Shelfie. This is better than
lot
better
of
than some
Shelfies.
beers that I wait in line for.
I will say this though. If you don't like pickles, it might not be your thing, but this is straight bread and butter pickle.
Hell yeah! What's the ABV?
It's light. It's like 4%, man. It's delicious. This beer is
I'm gonna
awesome.
take a little bit more of that. Sorry.
It's called Sierras. It's from Nickelbrook Brewing up in Ontario, Canada.
Is this the first beer we've ever featured from out of the country?
it could well be. This is like
Look at
we're
us.
going international, bro.
And this is one of Rob's clients, if you will.
Yes, he's a beer
So,
buyer here.
He was actually just
Always good to see him coming in.
before I hit roll on the camera. This gentleman was just telling us a little bit about Whitey's and what your ideas were about Whitey's.
Whitey's is superb. I mean, whenever I'm within about 5 miles of here and I need some beer, this is the place to come.
Yeah.
They've got the selection. They've really come light years in terms of how many different varieties there are. I don't know many places in town that have the selection.
Wow.
I've got two
Here
today
it
of
is.
Founder's Scotch beer.
Peabody, my guy Tim.
What's your name, sir?
Michael O'Leary.
Michael. Thank you so much, good sir.
Want to try some beer?
Cheers.
While
Yeah,
you're
would you
here?
like to try Death Eater? Let's get him a little sample of.
So this is a beer from Monocacy out in Frederick. Aged in Heaven Hill barrels with maple syrup, some brown sugar. That's
incredible.
Brown sugar.
That's an incredible beer.
How come you taste so good? You know that song?
No.
You don't know a Rolling Stones song?
I don't listen to music.
You listen to pop. Pop music. Talk about pop music.
We've been waiting all day to get to this final last beer on the table, and it's a beer that's a collaboration between Adroit Theory and DuClaw.
Yep, one of the original like Maryland craft places.
Yes.
So this beer is like Adroit Theory. Have you had some of their beers? They're pretty legit.
Sour
beers.
stuff. Some of
Sour
the fruity
stuff?
sour
Yeah.
stuff.
So this is
Yeah.
a Belgian style.
Yeah.
That's a
What?
collab.
Look
with,
at that!
What are we talking about? We're talking about DuClaw.
This is Brandon Stanko from DuClaw Brewing Company. Brandon, thank you so much for coming
My
on the
man,
show.
let me- I'm pouring, but I'm going to shake your hand now. Good seeing you, bro. Nice. Thanks for coming on.
So it's just so happened we move on to a beer that you helped make or collaborate with, so to speak, and it's a beer from Adroit Theory. This is a Belgian quad.
Yes.
I don't even really know what that means. What exactly does Belgian quad mean?
It was just a quadruple Belgian ale. It's high octane, pretty much. They're known for their big, gnarly beers, and we hide a lot of our alcohol really well. So basically, I wanted to just meet up with those guys and say, hey, let's do something. And then we kind of came up with a recipe.
They're a really cool brewery.
Yeah. And then another awesome thing about this recipe here too is that we actually step fed it in the fermenter. So we took the candy syrup and went to the top of the fermenter and dumped it in every couple of days.
Wow.
So during fermentation.
This
So-
thing is 13%.
Yes.
Does not drink 13%.
No.
You just had a big hand in doing two, what are they called? One-off, or what
Variants.
or two
Variants.
variants of what DuClaw is known best for, which is retribution.
Retribution.
Right.
The variant we just tried, which was
This one, which
Espresso and bourbon vanilla. So I wanted to use all natural ingredients, kind of get away from the extract kind of stuff. We are definitely known for Sweet Baby, chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to, throw back to a more simpler, let's go like a smaller brewery would do. Just use all natural ingredients. And we have this little Grundy milk tank that it was on its side. We, got it fabricated to be up top, straight up.
And now you guys are into like doing double IPAs.
Yeah, so another kind of my main goal is to kind of get back on Maryland's good side. We want to kind of get a piece of that line life, I guess you would say. We definitely want to our next double IPA coming out is called Rule of Three. It's our third one in the generation of IPAs that we're doing. Rule of Three, it's Pilsner malt, wheat, oats, and the Centennial, Simcoe, and Citra. And the Simcoe and Citra are all lupulin powder. It's triple dry hopped. Right now we're tasting right off the fermenter, so it's a little undercarbed, but it's still juicy as anything. And so we can it this Thursday, and then next week it should be out in the bond territory within the next week or 2 weeks. Yeah,
so we're talking about a couple weeks away from being a shelfie.
Is there anything that we had you taste earlier that kind of stuck out to you?
This guy right here, the Crowler by Monocacy, I think it's Death Eater.
Yes.
That was really good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I also brought some a Line Life beer.
What?
What?
This guy's bringing the heat.
Yeah, so my guys at I Drank Beer Show on YouTube traded some other half with me. They came down for Day of Retribution, so this is the double Citra Daydream, the double dry hop. So.
Everything I've had from Other Half is super legit. Like, I'll go wait in line at Tired Hands for like hours just to get beer to trade for Other Half beer. So this is super valuable.
I like
to,
their labels.
This
Yeah,
is
they're
super
really
valuable
cool,
to me.
yeah.
Are we cracking this, boys?
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
please.
There it is.
Awesome, dude. Brandon, thank you so much for
No
bringing us
problem.
this. Oh my God! Look at the haze on that.
Yeah.
Host gets the most.
Woo.
There-
Hostess with the mostest. Oh my God.
Guest gets the best.
you.
There it is.
Yeah, so it's really
Wow.
aromatic.
Wow.
Double dry hop, citrus.
This is actually
Damn.
this is a little perfumey. There's like a
Little grapefruity.
yeah.
Grapefruity.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Brandon's awesome.
Brandon's awesome. He's
I don't
bringing
want to
the
leave. I
heat.
don't want the show to end.
We could just do it for a whole week, but we don't have much room on the table left.
And cut.